Hello, I'm Graham and I hope everyone's having a great day. Welcome to today's video. Now, at the beginning of April I celebrated 50,000 subscribers here on YouTube, so that was a fantastic milestone for me. When I started the channel back in 2007, I never expected the popularity of the channel to grow as much as it has done, and that's really through your efforts in following me over the years and recommending my channel to other viewers. So fantastic, and thank you very much for that. Really, the channel was started in 2007 after I'd worked in photographic industry for something like 40 years, and I've been stood by the side of paper processors watching people's holiday pictures and wedding pictures coming off those processors and seeing how with a little bit of extra tuition people could have got better pictures and enjoyed their images so much better. Overexposure, underexposure, out of focus, bad composition, all could have been corrected very simply with a little bit of extra help. So that's why I started the channel in 2007, when digital cameras were just coming out to the masses, so that they were easy to acquire and easy to take pictures with. So when I started in 2007, that was what I was concentrating on, enabling people to take better pictures with cameras like these bridge cameras from Panasonic. So starting with the FZ100, then the 150, then the popularity started to grow with the 200, and that was the game-changing camera for me, and one that I stick my neck out and said this was going to be the camera that was going to change photography for a lot of people. Got a lot of criticism for that, but again, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and that camera was a fantastic sales camera for Panasonic, judging by the number of cameras sold. And in fact, you can still buy that 200 in some locations. From then we developed over to the 300, which was a mild difference from the 200. We got touchscreen, we have weather sealing, we got better lenses and 4K video. So the 300 was really a superb camera if you were into bridge cameras. Then we progressed to a 1-inch sensor in the FZ1000, and again that camera brought some superb pictures for general photography. We've now progressed to the FZ2000, 2500. Again, that is a video-centric camera, so if you're into videography, then the 2500, in fact that's what I'm filming this with at the moment, is a fantastic camera. So really, today's video is really about saying thank you for your subscription, and if you are a casual viewer, please do click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon and get me some more views and more watch time minutes on the program. It does help with the promotion from YouTube of my channel into other areas, so that would be a great help if you did subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Now, this FZ80 or 82 camera is becoming one of the most popular cameras on my channel. Now, it's a camera that I never anticipated buying. It's a super zoom 1200mm, something I don't normally have the use for. So I didn't put it onto my radar list when I was buying cameras. So it was only when a lot of people were saying, do you recommend the FZ82? What do you think about the FZ82? And I couldn't answer those questions. So I actually purchased one back in 2018, and I produced a video tutorial series about how to get better images and video quality from the camera, and that seemed to be capturing the imagination of quite a few people. So I started to write the user's guide at the end of 2018 as a part of that program to give you some technical information, some hard copy information about the camera when you were looking at those tutorial series. But a lot of people were asking, could I take that further and produce more of a user manual for the camera? So that's what I've been doing over the last 5 or 6 weeks. I've sat down and wrote a complete user manual. It's 277 pages packed with illustrations and facts and figures for the camera, how to go out and set the camera up for particular types of photography, the menus, walk through all the menu systems, what they do, when to use them, what settings to be looking for, those sort of things that the manuals from Panasonic don't really explain. So there's a lot more of how to use in this particular manual if you're a user of this camera. So you'll be able to get the user guide as usual on the Amazon websites, but again, because of the pricing policy, I've produced it in black and white and in colour. If you buy either of those books from Amazon, you'll get the PDF download if you send me your Amazon order number, and I'll return that by return of email. So you'll get the PDF. Even if you've bought the black and white book, you'll be able to have the hard copy reference, but then the colours in the PDF if you wanted to see any particular illustration that needed colour for clarification. Also, the PDF download will be available from my website, and I'll put a link to that in the video description below. So that will be the cheapest option. You can buy that for £9.50 from my website, the store page, and I'll put a link to that in the video description below. So we get the full colour PDF. You can print it out if you want to, but it's there as an ebook for reference with some hyperlinks if you wanted to look at other subjects. So please do check that out. Now, as I was writing the guide for the 82, there was 3 areas that I thought would probably need some more explanation. One was around digital zoom. In previous videos, we talked about using the extended optical zoom, the iZoom and digital zoom on other cameras, but with the FZ82 there's a bit of a problem in selecting digital zoom, because out of the box Panasonic have enabled the economy mode for the electronic viewfinder. And while that's set, it disables digital zoom. So if you're struggling to find out how digital zoom would be enabled, go into the custom menu setup, have a look for the EVF refresh rate and change it from economy 30 frames per second to 30 frames per second. And then you'll find that when you go back into the record setup screen, you can enable digital zoom if you want to use that. The other one was on manual focus. With this particular camera, you've got a button on the back, you press it and it cycles through the 3 options of autofocus, macro and manual mode. When you selected the manual mode, you've still got to use the left hand cursor dial to bring up the facility to give you manual focus, either by using the touchscreen or then to enable the left and right cursor buttons to enable you to change the manual focus. So that could be a bit of a stumbling block for someone who has not used manual focus before. So I'll be explaining how to do that later in another video. And the other one is about post focus and how you can actually use that to give you a focus stacking either in camera, or take that MP4 file and import it into a program like Helicon Focus and actually create your own deeper depth of field focus stacked images. So those videos will be coming shortly here on YouTube. So if you're not a subscriber, please do click that subscribe button and the bell notification icon, and then you'll be notified when I upload those videos to the channel. Also, check out my photographic blog. I'll put a link to that in the video description below. The blog is there. It's all around Panasonic Lumix bridge cameras and the Panasonic Compact Systems cameras, and also on Canon M50 and the other Canon crop factor cameras. So have a look at that if you're into photography. Lots of technical information on there, lots of illustrations from various cameras that I've reviewed and those sort of things. Now also on the home page is the application form for my 3-weekly newsletter. Now the newsletter is almost a technical publication and it goes out now to almost 2,800 people every 3 weeks. So if you want to join that newsletter group, just fill out the application form, and that gives me the authority to email you that newsletter as per the GPDR regulations. So complete that if you've not already subscribed to the newsletter, and you'll receive that as soon as possible. So as usual, thanks very much for watching. Please do take care, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Goodbye for now.